Check it out, everyone. As you know, we got ourselves a brand new bank heist in Brookhaven. But what if I told you we may actually be getting ourselves a museum heist next? And I'm not saying this will be out in the next update, just to say that right now, because a lot of people assume that's what I mean. This could take a little while to make, and did a giant cat just spawn behind me? There is a giant cat that spawned behind me. That is a really, 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 really big cat. Oh my gosh. These UGC items, what the? You become a giant now? What is happening? I am so confused. Oh, okay, well that's happening. I'm confused, wondering, questions, not asking, but we're going back to what I was saying. So guys, as you realize, weird things can happen all the time in Brookhaven. So watch to the end, because you never know what I'm gonna say, talk about, or even bring up, or even show for that matter. You never know what we might find as we're talking about what the next update or one of the future updates is gonna have in it. So yes, also subscribe, like, and comment. And sharing is caring, guys, so share the video around. So let's get into this, and I'm still looking around for that crazy, crazy floating, flying cat, whatever you want to call it. But right now in the game, you already know we got ourselves a museum. Just like how we have the bank right here, what if the museum either moves to another location or they extend it downwards and it actually is just a permanent staple now? I know originally he probably designed it to just do one simple thing and be here as a filler. But moving it wouldn't really change much, by the way. I just want to make that very clear. It'll allow him to also add in a lot more stuff to this. Like you're seeing this right now. We got these pictures, we got the book, we got the skull, we got an empty thing here, and just chairs. But there's also a chance that they can just take this whole location and just like either plop it down in that empty spot that is over there, or they can bring it somewhere else, or even just move the mail and package location to another spot and make this a whole entire museum area right here. And that would also mean they would have to move the stores that are inside of it, but I don't think they're gonna do that unless they choose to move the grocery store, because now we have a mart and a grocery store. There are so many options with this. And you're probably also saying, Darzeth, we already do have this little museum. Why can't they just put the heist up here? Well, I just want to make it very clear to you guys that there's very few things you can do with this, because if you realize the walls aren't exactly the thickest. So you see this pole right here? This would be on this wall. If I was to take, unless he put a thing up, we should be able to go right directly into the next room. So if we do this like that, you're going to see what I'm talking about. See? Not enough room for heist purposes. Because you have to think about it, we'll have to have a break-in area somewhere, and we'll have to have the ability to move things. For all we know, the museum can literally move where the daycare is. And that would make a lot more sense, because we have the thief, hacker, what do you want to call it, over there. And we have the underground pathway, which could expand over to here to allow people to break in. Yeah. You're already seeing it, but that would also mean the quantum might have to move, which would make more sense, because then the quantum plays where it actually goes. But yeah, this could actually change the whole entire thing. That would mean the daycare goes bye-bye, or the daycare now just moves up to where the museum was originally. That could be a possibility. You're probably saying, no, Darzeth, that can't happen. But no, yes, it can. I'll show you two things that I'm talking about right now. This is a big move situation. But yeah, we'll make the dealership just to show you. First off, we get this in the front. And second, I want to go and load in a apartment just to show you that extending the roof is not a issue anymore. No. So, as you realize, he did do another update a while ago. And by the way, this also goes for the museum. The museum could expand out and it could actually still stay there, but that's just a thing. So that would mean the museum has to be loaded in to do the heist, which isn't too crazy. And there's floating chairs. You see those? Yeah, you see them. But yeah, if we go up here to the top floor, as I'm doing right now, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to load in the skate park. And after we load in the skate park, we're going to go inside and we're just going to walk around and we're going to go to the top floor, which the ladder we had to wait for. So there we go. So as you see, all of this can be filled in. And to be honest, the code for the museum could work the same way. It could load in up there, and we should probably go back over there, because trying to point at it and explain it to you guys is going to be a lot more than you might think. But if we go over there, and you look at it for a quick moment, not on the swing, But if you look at it for a quick second, they could extend it out so the museum either has 2 floors with the open roof, which he has shown he can do over there. And maybe it can extend all the way across, stopping near the bank, or maybe even extending to the bank, and then the bank entrance can be another way into the museum. Yeah, you see? But there is also still a chance that they can just throw it over there or something like that. Or even more crazy is that they can just make it so that maybe this down here becomes a switchable, and then when you change the museum or the museum one down there, it connects both of them together, and it also allows us, again, to have another floor up here. Museum to extend over here, and extend probably 1 over, not 2 over, and that'll allow this personal museum to not move at all. So yeah, we're gonna load this back in for a second, and just take a quick look at what we got. See, we got all of this right now, but it could really be expanded. We could have a ladder coming down there that they can, like, drop in on to rob things. We can have, like, a hole in the wall right here, allowing people to heist it. There are so many options with this that it's actually very, very, very plausible. Like, think about it. We got the new heist over there, and all they really did was add a whole new section to it. And by the way, that is still a possibility. I'm not gonna lie to you. There could be an elevator they put here, just like they did in the bank, that literally takes you down to the museum's special items, like things that they have in, like, backstock, or not backstock. What is it they have in, like their special sections that do not actually go out? That's a thing they could do totally. And they could put a skeleton in there that you could probably rob, and maybe even a new secret item, like in the storage, could have the black book. And also in that one, they could show pirate items and more of the history of Brookhaven, which will allow him, in the way that Wolfpaq does Brookhaven stories, is to show it by showing it to you physically. So that, what I mean by that is, like, everything that we see for the story, you have to physically load in, or you have to physically watch. There's not actually a lot of written stuff. Yes, there is some written stuff. I'm gonna say that right now. But that doesn't mean that it's gonna be the same thing. So yeah, you see how we have restricted over here? Just like this. That same exact one could move over there with ease, with simplicity, and not be a problem. Actually, on that note, I actually don't know. Do we have a museum curator on this? I'm not seeing one. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. It could be museum storage for the whole entire elevator section, to be honest to you. There probably is one, but I'm not going to quickly look around. But yeah, we can grab this key. We can go over here. We can go back down here, because I just want to show you guys something else. Boop. There we go. Take me downstairs. So as you see, this is currently what the bank looks like. Think of the museum basically having a similar look to this. Almost a similar look. Like, obviously, it wouldn't have things like this. It may have some gates. It may have some lasers. But it could have a whole slew of other things. It could literally have glass walls, like how this one is, on this side. Glass walls on this side, showing the history, or just paintings going down the walls. So many possibilities. So much stuff. It is, like, seriously crazy to think about what you can actually do. Come on, bring me back upstairs. There we go. We're back up here now. But yeah, as you realize, guys, it does make sense. And I can go a little bit further with this, by the way. We do have the props. We do have stuff we can show, which is something I'm going to do right now. So we go up here. And say, for example, we now have a casket. Not like that. Like this. Like that. See, like that? Like, yeah, you see it? But we don't really have any pirate items I can throw out, sadly. But what else do we have here? We have to have something else I can show you. Like, yeah, like things like this. No, not things like that. Wait, do we not actually not have paintings? We have, like, paintings like these you can put out. But this is not what I'm talking about. Neither is that. But also, it can show, like, agency-related stuff, too. Making the agency seem like it's more of a story added on and make them not seem real. Again, if you say, like, the Illuminati and you show things for it, people are going to start believing the Illuminati is not as real. Especially if they add it to random things. Get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, we got all this here, but this is only, like, bits and pieces of the history of Brookhaven. There is a lot more. We now have boats. We have stuff with possibly him. We have the knight over here. You understand what I'm trying to say. You pick up what I'm putting down. It all makes sense. And yes, there could be an elevator there just taking you down to the bottom floor. But how would it work, though, if we already have this down here? Yeah, you see? And the problem is also that they would have to change down here a little, which is not really a problem if you really think about it. They just basically just add a block here. That's all. And that would be the elevator going down. But that's like the simplest way to do it. But honestly, only thing that's really stopping them is this and I think that. But all this can be moved to the new area of the new museum. He has moved other buildings before. Like the auto shop has moved. So that's not a first thing. He also did move one of the testing sites from under there to over there. So a lot of this stuff can be changed and it can be moved. It's not a problem. He just has to change a few bit of lines of code, maybe a bunch of lines of code, because I actually don't know how much code goes into some of these. So that's like a chance right there. Just think about that. A brand new museum for all of us to check out. And to be fair, having a double floor museum does make sense. Or even just having another floor added above it does seem to work. But yeah, if you just stayed with the classic one like this, doing like making it so that you can break in through here, or even like break in through here, like maybe this right here, because there's a pole, he can hollow it out. And that could be like a ladder that goes up and we can actually break in from there. It makes a lot more sense if you really think about it. But I still like the ability of the possibility of it being moved back there and having its own building and looking pretty. Being a lot larger and more in charger. And also it allows him to show other stuff that he made in the past and put it into pictures. It allows for so many things to be done that it's kind of crazy that he hasn't done it yet, because it allows him to show more of the history of Brookhaven to new players that have come. They probably don't know some of the stuff that has changed. Like they don't know the auto shop was moved. Some people don't know that. Some people don't know changes that happened with the school. You get what I'm trying to say? But like that's little things like aesthetic purposes. But there could be so many things. He could show more of Mr. Brookhaven's history. Like how Brookhaven looked in the past. Like if it had a westerny theme, it could show that. And it can even better show Mr. Brookhaven in the background. Yeah, you see? There are so many things that can be done with this. But guys, we're going to end the video here. And thank you so much for watching. Remember to comment, like, and share this video around and show it to all your friends. Until we meet again, until the next episode, thank you all for watching and bye. Bye!